Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Beyond the Pole today. We want to have a special thanks to Lena from Spiritus Christi Prison Outreach Program. We donated a bunch of makeup that we raised and collected at Playmates in Byron, New York for her house. And the girls loved it. They sent us a beautiful thank you letter, and we want to thank you guys for that. We appreciate it. And all the customers and everyone who donated, thank you. And that everyone appreciated it. The girls loved it. It really helped them out. And we will definitely have her on again some other time. And we are going to have Eileen, who is on show number 2. And we loved her. She was hysterical. And we have Bailey and his therapy dog, Zeus, is in the house right now. Hi, Bailey.
Hello.
Anything exciting going on in your life?
Nothing much. Same old, same old. Did a good birthday party last night.
Yeah, that's good.
It was a nice party. They were all in lingerie too. 21st birthday party. It was pretty much Black Hispanic girls and all in lingerie and tipping, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, you can't beat that. You're like getting paid to work and getting to enjoy sexy girls.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's neat. Are there any upcoming male reviews we should know about where we could catch you?
Nah, nothing I'm in at the moment, but we're working on some stuff, so we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Now, I know you had some interesting events last night, maybe with dating. Do you want to let us know a little bit?
Yeah, with
fun adventures.
Yeah, fun adventure. Didn't sit too well. So basically, a girl I had been hooking up with. Well, I guess let me start from way back. She used to have 10 years ago. She used to have some threesomes with me and a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And me and my ex-girlfriend of mine. And 10 years went, and then she vanished. Whatever. 10 years go by. She reappears. Great. So, we're going to be, mutual bed buddies, have some fun. I've been single.
You're not even adding numbers up. It stays the same. Why not?
Yeah. I've been single 10 years, just some companionship. And she goes through some depression and some stuff like me, so I figured it'd be good. So we did hook up a few weeks ago. It was awesome. So last night I do my party, and then we went out in Tonawanda, went to some of the bars, and we're having fun. Well, she texts me, and she's downtown, and she's like, I might need a place to sleep later. I'm like, well, you mean come over and hook up and spend the night? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm like, let me know. So I'm like, so she's downtown, etc. So it's like 3 a.m. We're still out at 3:30. She acts like she's coming over. She texts me, so I text her back. I'm like, all right, I'm about to take my my sexual performance enhancing medicine, basically my Viagra. I was going to take my Viagra. I'm like, are you sure you're coming over? And she was like, yeah. So you text me back. So my buddy's like, hey, you better make sure. I said, I know. So she calls me. I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, you coming? She's like, yeah, I'm on her way. I said, all right, I'm going to take my blue candy now, and I'm going to head home and meet you at the house. So we get to the house, and we're waiting. I'm like, all right, well, where is she? And then she calls me. I'm too drunk to drive. I'm like, you knew this a half hour ago. Like, what are you doing? And then I hear some guy there, next to her with her, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, I see how it is. And she's like, no, not yet. I go, well, heck. So at this point, now I'm like trying to solve the problem. I'm like, you know what? Tell him I'll give him $20 if he drops you off here. I'll pay him gas money to get him here. Because and I got pretty upset because I don't like Viagra in my system if I'm not going to be used.
Yeah.
It was just...
Well, the anticipation. You're like, night was set. You're like, I'm having a great time. I'm leaving my friends at the bar. It's going to be that.
We would have
kind of a letdown.
Yeah, we would have stayed. We would have hung out. I did a good party. I made money. And then, get to see, a girl that I like to hang with. And then she got an attitude with me, like, well, you have the Viagra now, you can, at least that's in your system. You can use that to, masturbate and think of me later. And I'm like...
That's terrible. That's the worst to say that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. And then she gave me an attitude. So whatever. It's the typical crap I deal with all the time.
Yeah, that stinks. Sorry about that. Now, do you find that it's hard to date in the industry, or maybe you're stereotyped, like women think you sleep with everyone when you're really not like that and you're looking for some real companion?
It's very hard. And what I found is basically women use me just all the time. And they just use you to fill the void, usually. They don't really take you seriously. Two things are happening. One, they just want to use you to fill a void. maybe their ex-boyfriend, current boyfriend, ex-husband, current husband was a tool, was lame in bed. So like, hey, let's hook up with the hot stripper for a while, one night or a month or this and that. But then they just kind of use you. Then they kind of move on. Or maybe they like the idea of you, and then they're dating you or whatever, and they like you, but then they start to like you too much, then they want you to quit. Or they want you to resign. So those are kind of, the two things. And then, of course, the great stereotypes that, we're hooking up with every woman inside, or we're all on drugs, or this is all we do, we have no goals,
Yeah,
family.
you hear, too, that a lot of male strippers are also gay or something.
Yeah, that one kills me. Because if you even go, I've danced at gay bars. A lot of straight dancers have danced at gay bars, and 90% of the male dancers at the gay bars are straight. And you can usually tell by how they dance. You can kind of tell, So it's like, and you'd meet women at those bars.
Yeah.
So it's like, you hear a lot of crap. But it's hard. And then what happens with the ghosting, which a lot of people aren't familiar with that term.
Yeah.
And
what is ghosting?
Okay, what ghosting is, and ironically, a girl who taught me the term ghosting ghosted me. And what it basically means is, and it's very popular in this era, if you're seeing someone, let's say, for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever, dating, seeing them, whatever, all of a sudden, they just vanish. They fall off the face of the earth. They don't return any calls. They don't return any texts. Now you're like, well, why is it? And what it is because the girl, or guys do this too, they don't want to see you anymore, and they don't have the guts. They're not woman enough. They're not man enough, or
like
not whatever,
away,
to tell you, hey, John, hey, Jenny, I don't want to see you anymore because I'm just not feeling it, or I'm going to go back with my ex or whatever. So they feel that would be too hurtful. So they feel instead, let's just fall off the face of the earth. And actually, that's more hurtful because then you're sitting around.
You don't know what's going on. You're questioning. You don't know if it's
like,
maybe
what did I
something
do
you
wrong?
did, or
this and that. And everybody like, oh, maybe they're busy or this and that. And actually, the one girl who ghosted me is an industry girl, featured dancer that I won't say her name, but a featured dancer who I really liked and went to Detroit to visit her. And we'd hooked up in the summer at my strip contest. I go down there. We have a great time, a great weekend. All of a sudden, from that Monday on, I didn't hear anything from her. Even sent her a picture, picture with Zeus with a note to her. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. And then you dissed my dog,
Yeah, that's bad.
And,
oh, poor Zeus.
And it turned out and then weeks went by. And everyone's like, well, maybe she's busy. Well, let's see. In that time, she's done about 40 Facebook posts and created a fan page. I don't think she's too busy to write back a simple 10-second text.
Yeah.
So what it really was is that she didn't feel the same about me as I did with her, and she didn't have the guts to tell me. And that's how she deals with everything. And that was her attitude. She was like, I just don't tell anybody. So that's what kind of ghosting is. So to me, nothing irritates me more than ghosting. You know what? I don't give a crap. If a girl doesn't want to see me anymore or doesn't want to see me, that's fine. Just tell me. We can still be friends if you're respectful. But when you do that, I want to hang out or this, or we do hang out, and then I hear nothing, I have no respect for you. I don't even want to be your friend.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Unless you're in the hospital or you're dead, there's really no reason you can't get back to someone in this era with cell phones.
With anything,
just
even
be
small,
honest.
like little smile.
Yeah, and it's likewise if someone asks you out and you're a pretty girl, and some guy asks you out and you're really not attracted to him or this. I mean, instead of just not responding, you could always just say, I don't think we're a match, or, I'm working on myself right now, and leave it like that. And then if they bother you, then block them. That's fine.
You're probably right. I should work on that myself because I end up taking numbers that I don't really want or giving them my number because I feel bad or guilty. And then I don't want to respond to them, so I just avoid these texts and don't get back. So it's not quite ghosting because I'm not dating them,
but it's not being
it's not good,
totally honest, and it can be hurtful to them. And you got to remember, and that guy,
and mine was trying to avoid being mean, like, I'm not interested and stuff. Like, it's like,
and that, I mean, I had a girl do that to me once I was at a Feel Right store or whatever. She was real cute, had little pigtails, which I love, and I was in there with Zeus. There was I was feeling the vibe, got her number. So then I'm texting her, and then I'm not hearing anything. So finally, I said her name. I don't even remember her name. This was years ago, so we'll call her Jenny. Okay.
Yeah.
Jenny, why haven't you written back to me? She's like, I don't really feel like seeing anybody. I'm sorry. And so my response is, well, then why'd you give me your damn number?
Yeah, what's the point?
So. Yeah, my advice to you on that,
that was
just say, either one. You can just, I'm seeing someone. You could always lie like that, or just say, I'm not really interested in dating anybody right now, but, good luck to you, and I think you're a great person. If you put a positive spin at the end, you'll usually get...
Yeah,
and they'll appreciate your honesty. So that's what I've learned.
I read an article in Cosmo literally yesterday about it. I'm like, okay, I need to be aware and not do this stuff.
But yeah, people should not ghost people. I absolutely hate it. I talk about it all the time on my Facebook page because I hate ghosting.
Yeah, no, I can understand. You know what? Last time you were here, we had a special song that we're going to do for Zeus and yours, but we ran out of time because it was supposed to be an hour, but it got cut short to a half hour. So Zeus's favorite song, and it's your entrance song, is Kiss, Lick It Up. And partially why? Because he loves whipped cream.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to play that and get back to the show. Hi, welcome back to Beyond the Pole. This is Katrina Lee. And I'd like to remind you that on Saturday, March 25th, we're having a sexy superhero party at Playmates. It's located at 7548 Byron Holly Road in South Byron, New York, 14557. It's going to be 7 till 2. We got prizes from the Cats, Meow, and more. And everyone who comes in and donates to our cause that Beyond the Pole's raising, More Than a Pretty Face, we're looking for hygiene, makeup, cosmetics, even clothing and stuff that will be donated towards women in abusive relationships, people trying to get their lives on track, job interviews, at homeless shelters, everything. If you drop the gifts off there, the items at Playmates, we have a special gift for you at the door. So we're back. And Bailey, why don't you tell me why you picked that song?
The Lick It Up song, I've used at my strip contest at the Ponderosa Sun Club for the final grand finale of my routine when I dump whipped cream on myself. Lick it up, and we edit it nice. So I dump whipped cream, chocolate syrup, sprinkles. I become a human sundae. And then and then with Zeus, whenever he likes whipped cream.
Yeah.
And he's gotten so smart, like last night when I come home with the red strip cooler, because I use whipped cream in my shows, the girls lick it off me. He's jacked up. He jumps off the couch. If he's half asleep, comes flying in, and here, and he just pounds the whipped cream. So it's just kind of, it seemed like a fitting theme song. So whenever I hear that, it just always makes me think of that routine. And I got friends now that used to go with me and help me with my show, and every time they hear that song now, they think of my routine too. So it just kind of always brings back the memory, the finale of the show. It's a fun part of being up there, and when you're dumping the chocolate syrup on you, and if it's been out in the sun and it's hot, it feels pretty good though. You got this warm chocolate dumping on you. It's just
it's different.
It's a pretty wild experience.
See, I've never done that. I've done like the whipped cream with the cherry race where you have the Bachelor and the Best Man is between your legs stuff, and not quite full Sunday. But it was so cute. The first time you guys were on, Zeus was eating the whipped cream and everything. It was adorable. And we had TT, another therapy dog. And it was a Valentine's love show. It was wonderful. I picked, though, as our quote of the week, I can sympathize with people's pains, but not with their pleasures. There is something curiously boring about somebody else's happiness. And that's Aldous Huxley. He wrote Brave New World. And I was talking to my friend Maria, and she's doing my hair, and she's doing tarot card readings during it, which is really neat. And she's sober, and she's really excited, and she wants to go on the show. And I told her she could. But we were having a big discussion on how misery loves company. Like, it seems like when you're sober and you're doing well, that the old people you used to use with or hang around, like, they see you going well, they're like, oh, that's nice, but they'd rather be around you when you're down and out. And there's something I think that's sad, that I wish more of us would be more positive and uplifting about situations like that. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes in the company you're around, you start to gravitate, be kind of like those sort of people. So it's better to keep more positive friends and sober friends. And
I agree, because then those are the ones who can easily pull you down too. Try to like encourage you to use, and little by little, who knows.
For me, I deal with it, more with the depression issues is more my thing. So,
I agree. Now, Brave New World is actually about psychological manipulation, conditions and stuff, that conditioning that changes society. And I found that to be very similar to like what a psychopathic, narcissistic, or sociopathic relationship is, where they're sitting there in training and trying to get you to like live your life and not be able to operate outside and like through the power and control perspective, which is economic abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, psychological abuse, and physical abuse. Later on, after you get out of the relationship, if you're married, it can turn into legal and financial abuse where they can create issues and try to do everything they can to harm you. I'm having issues with my abuser, and he canceled my health insurance, even though legally he's absolutely not allowed to. So I'm currently off my health meds. So I'm not on heart medicine, low blood pressure medicine, or my anxiety pills. So it's been a little rough of a week, but it should be all corrected by Wednesday. And that's how he actually managed it. It's never occurred. But him doing it, he actually created the physical abuse of which he was withholding access to resources necessary to maintain health, medication, medical care, food, fluid, sleep, or assistance. He actually managed to cover every single item after this moment on the power and controls perspective, which is amazing. That was the only section he wasn't. By canceling the health insurance, he did it. But on to a better note, we have Eileen in the house. And I know you had a wild night. You got to get...
Sorry. Got pulled over. And I'm here now. Done.
It sounds like you had a quite wild night.
Oh, you have no idea. I went to a swinger party.
Yeah.
Convention.
Yes.
It was awesome. They kicked my boyfriend off the pool.
Yeah, usually they don't want the men on the pole.
No, he
females.
goes. He totally thinks it's because I didn't want to. Like, he didn't want to shine on my abilities. He thinks it's him.
Oh, he thought he was.
Done.
He thought
Done.
he'd make you look as nice.
No, I know. I love him. He is. Brian, I love you. Because this is the best thing ever.
That's crazy.
No, we got pulled over on the way. Hi, I'm holding your therapy dog.
Yes,
Yeah,
this is
it's Zeus.
That's Zeus. Look how cute they're matching. We didn't say that earlier. They're wearing matching Vikings outfits.
Yep.
I know. I hate the Vikings. I'm a Broncos fan.
I like the
But-
Broncos too.
I'm touching your Viking abilities right now.
He likes you though.
Done.
He's pretty content.
Done.
Because he was whimpering the whole time in the car right here.
Yeah, he was getting a little nervous. Then he loves women. He'd rather be in the laps with girls.
So, hi, Katrina.
Hello.
I didn't mean to be late.
That's okay. Life happens. So we were talking about dating and relationships and different things.
Oh, hi. Brian's here.
Yes.
He's in the other room.
Okay.
And you know what? He's in my amazing. And
Yeah.
he felt my tick last night.
Yeah.
So we're at the swinger convention and he goes, so where is your, he goes, I said, it's cocaine.
Okay. Your drug of choice?
And my
That's what
drug
he
of
asked. Okay.
choice is cocaine. And the minute I spoke about it, my foot started tapping.
Oh, you just felt
And he
craving
goes,
for
oh. And he goes, oh. He goes, I see the light in your eyes when you speak about it.
it. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I know. Cocaine is my drug of choice.
Yeah.
And I can't. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's when you guys try avoiding those things.
I know. And he
It is
goes,
in measure.
you're never ever going to touch it again. And I was like, no, never.
Yeah.
Never.
Because, it's good to,
Yeah,
you made
get away.
mistakes, but it's better to find goals instead of criticizing your past mistakes and move forward.
little bit. I choose to face it front on. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. And I love Brian. And he's like, oh, you're amazing. But I love that.
No, not that. It's fine. No, I'm excited. We are gonna go on to the song that you picked, and it is "Pour Some Sugar
Pour
on
some
Me."
Sugar on me.
And I'm sure you've danced to it, and you have meaning.
Yeah.
And it's me coming on now. Hi, welcome back to Beyond the Pole. Thanks everyone for listening. Catch us next week right here at WRFZ 106.3 FM. And you can listen anytime on rochesterfreeradio.com/podcast. And our Facebook page is Beyond the Pole Radio. We will have a website actually up next week too. It's beyondthepoleradio.com. It's pretty excited. Lots of good changes and things. And a reminder is we have our charity fundraiser not just a pretty face. And we're collecting makeup and hygiene products and going to women in shelters and prison outreach programs so they can get back on life track and get jobs and, empower themselves, feel pretty after maybe they're beaten, cover up some bruises. And we have some different places collecting them. You can go to Playmates in Byron, New York, or you can also go to Tally Ho in Rochester, right in Henrietta, and drop off stuff today. Now, another announcement is Dazzlers in Fredonia is having their grand opening party this Friday. It's going to be from 7 o'clock till 3. It's no alcohol in the club. But there's tons of bars up and down the street you could drink at and go into there after. It's nude, and he did a whole remodel. It's going to look absolutely gorgeous, and I will be down there, and some of my friends will, and you can all stop in and say hi, and I'll gladly take any makeup or cosmetic donations then, too. So we were earlier talking in the show about Paul saying a lot of the girls, Bailey, he used both, so the girls like that he would meet and stuff would get attached to, would get jealous, and we wanted to stop dancing. And that's hard. And I've had that through the years.
Me too.
And then what I would find more is that the guys would be like all starting to pay your bills. Like, I'll pay you. You stop dancing, then you do. But then they start to own you. And that's when you lose your control. And then they don't really want to do that anymore. They bait you on it. You're like.
Yeah. It's a total bait situation.
And then, or then you meet like some really nice guy maybe as in their like potential boyfriend figures, but then they start making themselves like customers because they keep buying all this stuff over the top, and it's nice. But then if you're already in the industry of dancing, this is stuff you're used to from the customers. You got to create like barriers and boundaries so that stuff that you get from them are special. Like I found with my ex, it was an issue because I would get like flowers from him, but I would get tons of flowers every day at work from everyone else. And years ago, they had flower girls. I'm sure you remember this, Eileen, where they go through the clubs and everyone would sell flowers.
I'm
in a lot of the
allergic to
restaurants, they'd be like one rose, and then they felt obligated because they felt bad for the girls. So the guys would buy them and you just come home with tons. So then in a relationship, the guy kind of stops doing those little details and things. And then you're like, no, I want it from you, not all these other people. And it just makes all the lines blurry.
Yeah, it totally does.
It makes it hard to appreciate, and heaven forbid, like, because a multi-million-dollar customer gives you some gorgeous necklace, the guy feels like his is worth nothing when you got to give him extra attention. Like, no, you're the special one.
I quit wearing jewelry at work, like gorgeous jewelry.
Yeah.
Because I didn't, guys would look at it and go, you don't need it from me because I see you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
I never wore gorgeous jewelry at work because people steal, and I've lost thousands and thousands of dollars of things, including even my clothes. Someone stole my pants, 7 for Mankind pants, and I actually had to wear.
Somebody stole my shoes. Yes, yeah. I had to walk out in stripper heels in like negative 40-degree weather.
Yeah. I had a stripper skirt at the gas station as I was pumping my gas. I was like, "Thank you." I actually tried to give someone $100. I'm like, I don't even need to know who returned them. Please give me my pants. I ended up going to Walmart in the stripper skirt to buy pants to be able to comfortably go home. It was an adventure, must I say.
Done.
But usually try to avoid that stuff.
No, mine was, I was like, did somebody really steal my shoes?
Yeah.
And then, and on the same thing, did somebody really steal my socks?
You know what? Yeah, too. And another thing is you constantly hear girls, someone stole my underwear, and it's not the customers. It's like the girls, but they're usually messy. They're messy, and they're maybe like, falling into the bag, or there's confusion. Or other times, like, they don't care. I see another girl just wear another girl's underwear right on stage, and then the girl sees her and turn into this crazy fight, but I just didn't understand it.
No. But when somebody is wearing your underwear, you have to do that. Yeah. You have to do it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's usually you freak out. And then I had a girl in Erie tell a guy who sells clothes for me, she's like, what I do is I steal the other girl's underwear, I wash it, and then I sell them to the newbies when they don't know where to get it. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, no, you didn't.
That's so bad. That's so wrong. How could
that
you?
Is so stupid wrong.
Yeah, and she said it, and like the guy who sells clothes is Joe in Erie, and he's like, I couldn't believe it. Like, that's how it works. You never know. There's a bunch of different hustlers trying to negotiate and find whatever way they can make extra money.
See, I'll dovetail off this. I've had girls, customers do try to steal my stuff as a souvenir. My thongs, giant dildo I pull out, my cop club.
Yeah.
And then I had this, and the worst, and it was actually in Ellicottville, and I didn't expect it, my large boombox.
Wow.
And I
Really?
keep all my
That
stuff
was-
in the corner, so I throw all my stuff there, my money and everything.
To the left, everything.
Yeah, and I had this big
in the
boombox.
to
All of
the
a sudden,
left.
I'm handing out business cards. I turn around, my boombox is missing.
Jeez.
And I'm like, what?
Really?
What happened to it? And this thing's huge. This is old
Yeah,
school.
I know.
So I was like, so then I started getting nervous. And so we're looking. So me and the girl hired me. It was like a suite. It had the living room area and
Yeah.
then the bedroom. The girls took it and hid it between two beds. And I'm like, okay. They're like, well, we just wanted to get it out of the way. And I'm thinking it was out of the way with my stuff. So I always kept my composure, though, but I was pissed, you know, because that's my property. And then I was a little nervous because I got my wallet in
'Cause
there,
you
my
don't know what
cell
else
phone,
they're
my
watching,
GPS.
yeah.
Boom, boom,
yeah.
boom. Want
So-
you back in my room.
So I did all that. So other than that, it was a good party. So I gathered all my stuff up, double checked to make sure nothing was missing. And then I always text the girl when I leave, the one that hired me, hey, thanks for hiring me, good show,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
As a thing. And I said it was a good show except for the alleged stealing of my boombox.
Yeah.
And then she was embarrassed. So she wrote, actually, I guess they took it because they didn't want you to leave. I'm like, well, then offer me to stay and have a drink then. Don't steal my stuff.
Yeah,
That's just
living
going to
is
make me
stupid
angry.
sometimes, you know?
Like, I could not believe that was the biggest... I mean, to try to steal that large boombox, like I wouldn't notice. It's like, just stay and say, hey, can you have a drink with us? Because male dancers, usually we will.
Yeah.
The girls, it's a different psychology. No, they get out.
Yeah.
But us, and if I don't have anything else going on, why
you'll
not?
say, why
I'll
not?
stay and
Chat.
they'll feed me, and who knows, man?
Yeah,
I've
feed
dated girls
Zeus.
from shows. I've met people. You never know. So I'm a friendly person. I've stayed and played beer pong, and
Yeah.
I've met girls I'm friends to this day. But don't steal my boombox to get me to stay.
You know what happened,
Don't-
actually? This
don't
is crazy.
Store it underneath the bed. or
Yeah, hide
anything.
it, right? I was at there's a club in Partners in Erie, Pennsylvania, and they had a full on soldier. All the mask, all of it is heavy, and someone decides to steal the whole suit of it, the armor suit, and go out the back door, which is amazing. They did, but I guess they got out some fire escape. So then the owner got upset and welded it shut so it could never happen again. And then they realized they couldn't. And he had to open
was
it
like a
up because of
mannequin?
fire violation.
It was like a
like a full suit of armor that you would see in a castle type thing. I don't even know why it was in the middle of the club, but they actually stole it and got out of there. And I don't know how 30 plus girls and probably 50 plus customers didn't see this happen.
My worst strip show ever is when I legitimately got passed over the crowd to my bouncer and he walked us out.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, no, we need to not be here right now. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Our next song upcoming is one I picked. I've always loved the Pointer Sisters, and the Newtown Dance just makes me happy. And when I clean the house, I like to kind of dance around to it. So I hope everyone appreciates this song as much as I do.
I do.
Welcome back to Beyond the Pole, and you can catch us anytime at rochesterfreeradio.com/podcast or check out our Facebook page, Beyond the Pole Radio. And a special thank you for More Than a Pretty Face, a campaign we're, managing and raising and collecting cosmetics for good causes and all different charity groups. So if you want to be involved, let us know so that we can actually donate and send some products over to you. We're all about it. So we have Eileen in the house, Bailey, Zeus's therapy dog, and Ryan is here today. Ryan's birthday is today, and happy birthday, Ryan. He's 38 years young, and he's driven limo and dealt with a lot of dancers through the years. I know he dated a couple of dancers, and he's been in the industry and bar restaurants, for a long time. He works at Mother's in Buffalo, and he also sees a lot of dancers there and different clientele. I'm sure,
Absolutely,
Mother's.
absolutely.
We all would go there. Do you have any interesting stories? Anything funny? I'm sure there's been some wild limo rides.
There's been some great stories. I took a group of bachelorettes down to Chippewa in Buffalo one night, and they all got a little frisky after 6 hours of drinking.
Oh, did you become a dancer?
I became a little more than just a dancer. I wound up becoming a sex toy.
Wow. Really? How many ladies were taking advantage of you?
3.
Were
Three.
they guessing on inches?
No, they didn't need to guess. It was a fun night. It was a fun night.
It's different, you know. Did you ever have any horrifying experiences of just cleaning up all the vomit, nightmares, anything like that?
I had a horrifying experience one night. It was three dancers I was taking over to Canada for them to work.
Okay.
And one of them was extremely intoxicated to the extent that she thought it'd be funny to tell the borders and custom guy
I know
that
it's going to be bad.
she was smuggling marijuana.
No.
No.
And we sat at customs for 4 hours.
Did they like strip search you?
They didn't strip search me, but they strip
Her.
searched, her and the other two
That would be
girls.
a full body cavity search.
Did she
like-
have the marijuana on her? Or
Oh
was she
yeah,
just
she.
making it
Oh,
up
she
to
did.
be
Had
funny?
it. She had it on her.
So she was just being brutally honest and brutally stupid.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I spent time at customs.
Wow.
I didn't have marijuana on me. It was coming out of Grand Cayman. It was just after 9/11, and it was literally I was wearing an overall suit, and it was the iron on the
Oh, okay.
fastens, and they held an AK-47 to my back.
Wow.
And and I didn't have, it was just me.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I was held at customs up going to Canada because I went with another dancer. We were going to the Sundowner, but we weren't really supposed to say you're dancing there because they don't want you to
No.
take away jobs from Canadians. I'm a dual American Canadian citizen, so I'm able to work at the Sundowner, go back and forth. She wasn't, but I knew I could get her and be quiet. She wore dancer shoes. So they're like, why is she
Nice.
wearing dancer shoes? And became this big issue. And then it turned into where I was red flagged. And like it took like 3 years to get the flags off, but every time I went, it was like a full search. It was a real big pain. Like it's hard to get up there, and you definitely, it's a bad idea if you're American to try to just go
No.
up there and get a job. You can't do it, and don't bring any dancer clothes across the border.
I'm still
It's a
red
huge
flagged.
mistake.
No.
I'm still red flagged because of that.
Yeah, I'm sure you're red flag. Like I finally got it off. I was like, I couldn't believe it. And then a lot of people don't know you can't just come over from Canada and dance in the clubs because we hired a bunch of them in the beginning at Mademoiselle and Pharaoh's when they're years ago before knowing all these laws because you know a lot of people would come and then they got in trouble with ICE and that's never a good thing to do.
I actually did that. I tried to go get a job over in Canada.
Yeah.
And no.
And when
No.
you're in this area, you think, oh, it's not a big deal. It's so close. Like,
Yeah.
and then you get a lot of the
It's
same
not
customers
far,
from
no.
Canada at our clubs, and a lot of the Americans go up there. It's no, it's a really big deal, and it can mess you up.
They were like, do you participate in our healthcare forum?
Yeah.
I said, excuse me?
Yeah, it was all the stuff that it's like really hard to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's stupid hard.
Yeah. But on top of that, any new adventures you're going on or plans or
Yeah, I'm looking to try to get to New York City soon.
that's
Do you want to catch a baseball game over the summer?
Yeah, I know you checked
Mets
out.
or Yankees?
Yankees.
Oh, good.
We just Ryan was at Tristan. I was also, and it's a new club in Buffalo. It's the old Mademoiselle, and it's gorgeous.
It's
Is it?
beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's hands down, without a doubt, the best in Buffalo with the way the parking. I mean, the inside's completely remodeled.
It
It's
seems
just
so much
the lights
bigger.
And it is bigger. They made the stage where it's not like branching off, so it's further back, so it just looked fair. They did a great
beautiful.
job. The dressing rooms I walked through, took a tour, are much nicer.
I get
and-
invited every week.
yeah, it's gorgeous there, and they got all the favorite staffing and everyone that they all loved through the years, from like 24 Karat and Madam. So
Absolutely.
you know, they got
Madams,
top line girls.
everything.
Yeah, it's just like it. I think it's going to go amazing, and you know, I send a good luck. Congratulations, guys. We're all rooting for you.
And they got
No.
Trinity Turner is going to be there. She's an awesome feature.
Yeah.
I'm friends with.
I know her.
Yeah, stands, walks on her hands for like ever, and it always cracks me up when she does it. And she'll be there like March 10th and 11th, and she's a sweetheart. She's a real nice person. And when I was dancing in Detroit recently at that one competition, she drove.
Where was it competition?
In
The
Detroit,
Hustler Club?
yeah. She drove like an hour to come see me, and then I bought some mannequins off her that she used for a prop.
for your Halloween party.
Yeah, for Halloween, she had some mannequins. And
Awesome.
I said, when I saw you do the strip contest in Buffalo, I wanted to steal those mannequins, but I'm not a thief. I'm not going to steal. And she's like, actually, I'll sell them to you. I used them once, so she actually sold. And mannequins are hard to come by. So now,
if I know that, I would have given you 3 of them last week. But I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
And I always put Facebook posts and texts every year on mannequins to people, and I can never get them. They're hard. They're expensive.
No,
and
I
they're hard
had
to come
ones
by.
with boobs and stuff for my stores, and they're like anatomically correct to be a porn
Well, I
star.
always need them. Yeah, I always need them.
You can legitimately go to JCPenney and just ask them for them.
Or places
Think so?
closing. You got
Sorry.
places that are
I'll try
closing
that.
and stuff too, or
Yeah.
going out of business and things.
That's what I'll
but
have to try
There's
to
a
do.
website too that you can get. I'll send it to you. It's like sexxymannequin.com.
But yeah, anyways, go see Trinity Turner. She is a sweetheart. She's very good, good personality, and awesome. So I'm gonna definitely go see her at Trist. Come on.
I will too. It sounds great. We're gonna go into the 4th song I picked out, which is Pink Floyd, "Money," because who doesn't love Money and who doesn't really like Pink Floyd? It's kind of win-win all
Exactly.
around.
Absolutely.
Everyone for listening to Beyond the Pole. We'll be back on next week from 5 o'clock to 6. We're now officially an hour long. You can catch us on WRFZ 106.3 FM. Listen anytime on rochesterfreeradio.com/podcast and Facebook, Beyond the Pole Radio. Now, Eileen, where are you going to be working or what?
I
days this week?
am at Paradise Found, and I am Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I am behind the bar, and it's a good time.
That sounds like a great time. And Bally?
Well, just me, just doing my stagettes and birthday parties, and I do come out to Rochester and anywhere, and you would find me at BaileyExoticDancer.com, and I also bounce for some females with Extraordinaire Entertainment, and then if you want to follow Zeus the dog is on Facebook. It's just Zeus the dog. You should be able to find him.
Zeus is amazing.
Yeah, Zeus is adorable. I do like Jessica Leland is actually the owner of Extraordinary Entertainment, and I think she's great because she's a female business owner like myself, and she tries to help the girls unlike a lot of the other companies. And I think it's great that she's doing that, and I always encourage girls to work with her and stuff. And I think she's a nice person.
Yeah, it's
I've always
excellent.
liked her through the
She's a
years.
good
She always was a
person.
good like kind of show girl, and she always smiled and was happy.
And we
And,
run-
a lot of people always liked
And
her.
we run a nice, clean show. I mean,
Yes.
it's a good show, and it's a lot of fun, but it's clean. You don't have to worry about any shady type stuff.
Yeah, and
For
that's
the
what I
women.
try to encourage girls, not the ones that are,
Yeah.
they're trying to push that stuff.
Yeah.
or- a lot of girls don't know what companies to be getting to sign up
Yeah.
for, and some of these guys take advantage of them, and they like give them hardly any pay for it, or they use their pictures, won't take them down, and
Yeah.
they don't realize
So
what
it's a
they
clean
got.
show, so even if the
Oh,
women
I
want to
totally
hire
know.
for their men, they don't have to worry about any shady stuff. I know because I bounce, the parties. So
Yeah,
it's a good
no, I
show.
think that's great. And you need, like, you're a great bouncer, and I know you keep an eye out for the girls and you care, and that's what they need to hire more of. Not that guy who's going to, like, look the other way or,
Yep.
not stop a fight or anything. And,
Yep.
that's what you need a presence. Plus, you're great if you got to get everyone involved because you know the industry where you can get on, like, the mic and, like, okay, guys, come on up, let's do this. And that's really important with bouncers. People don't understand. You just can't throw some guy there. You need someone to amp it in case
Yep.
the girls get scared or, they don't know what to do. But we're glad you came out here. I am going to be at Dazzlers for their grand opening party on March 3rd, which is Friday. It's going to be from 7 o'clock till 3. And it's a nude club, and a lot of faces from Rochester will be there, and it's going to be a good time. And I will be at Tally Ho this week working on setting up an after meet and greet party from the show that we're going to be arranging. Probably on Sundays. We're working on it now. We're just waiting till it gets more into the busier season. But I'd like, again, to thank everyone for listening to Beyond the Pole or Beyond next week. Thank you, Eileen, Bailey,
you.
Ryan, of course, the wonderful Zeus, and I'm Katrina Lee.